Hi, I'm Eric Leikam. Coming up on this Tex Talk, how to train your chupacabra. Well, before we get into how to train a chupacabra, you probably heard about this elusive beast lurking in the shadows of our ranches and brushlands. Let's unpack the legend of the chupacabra, where it came from, and how it slithered into Texas lore, and why it might just be a case of mistaken identity. The Chupacabra story kicks off not in the Lone Star State, but in Puerto Rico back in 1995 with a wave of bizarre livestock killings with goats, chickens, and sheep found drained of blood, peculiar puncture wounds on their neck, no signs of struggle, no tracks, just eerie silence. A local comedian and radio host named Silverio Perez heard these reports and coined the term Chupacabra, blending Spanish words for goat and sucker. That's like a Spanish portmanteau. Spanish portmanteau. Well, here's where it gets kind of holly weird. The creature's iconic description, scaly skin, glowing red eyes, spines along its back, seems to have been inspired by the 1995 sci-fi horror flick Species. Eyewitness Madeline Tolentino, one of the first to claim a sighting, admitted she'd seen the movie just weeks before. Picture this reptilian alien hybrid monster on screen, and suddenly real life reports mirroring it almost exactly. Coincidence? Well, Benjamin Radford and guys like that say it's just a classic case of pop culture bleeding into folklore. And from Puerto Rico, the legend hopped into the Gulf like a migrating bird and landed in Texas in the late 90s, I guess. South Texas ranchers in DeWitt and Victoria County started reporting similar attacks. Calves and cats exsanguinated in the cover of night. By 2000, the Chupacabra had claimed Texas as its new hunting ground, blending with our borderland myths and late night campfire tales. Now, despite this grip on our imagination, the chupacabra doesn't have a deep historical root here. Before 1995, no ancient legends or colonial chronicles whispered about a goat sucking vampire. I mean, sure, you could draw loose parallels to indigenous stories like Navajo skinwalkers and shape shifting witches or the massive thunderbirds that sometimes would swipe livestock, but that's really a stretch. The chupacabra as we know it is a modern myth born from media hype and unexplained animal deaths. In 2004, near Cuero, Texas, rancher Phyllis Canyon shot what she called a blue gray monster attacking her chickens. She even stuffed the head of it and paraded it as proof, turning Cuero into the self proclaimed chupacabra capital. With DNA tests from the University of Texas, pure coyote ravaged by disease. In 2007, a farm woman captured grainy footage of a bold snarling creature in her yard, fangs, the whole thing. Once again, debunked as a mangy coyote dog hybrid, nothing supernatural. Well, that brings us to the real culprit behind many of these monsters sarcoptic mange. This parasitic mite infestation strips animals of their fur, hardens their skin into scaly armor, it leaves them emaciated and desperate. A mange ridden coyote looks downright demonic. Gaunt, hairless, exaggerated features, and its weakened state might target easy prey like pen goats, biting necks in a way that mimics vampiric punctures. Add in postmortem blood settling, where fluids pool away from wounds, and you got the illusion of a blood drained victim. So science says it's just nature's cruel makeover, not a cryptid. So while the chupacabra may not be trainable or even real, it's a reminder of how fear and folklore thrive in the untamed corners of Texas.
Like 'em, we love 'em.